We are ready to go. This is Fred Van Liew, the water doctor, and I am going to do a quick overview of the AmberShields and why they're so critically important. So, what makes any of these devices important? It's the fact that we have gotten into an age of electronic overwhelm. It is so bad that it has crushed cell function energetically for the majority of the population of the planet. But I'm talking right here. The People just aren't sleeping well. Ask yourself, are you sleeping as well as you were even 5 or 10 years ago? They're tired during the day when you know you shouldn't be at your age. Ask yourself, are you tired during the day when you shouldn't be? Is your digestion touchy? You got to be very careful now with what you eat. Really? You ask yourself why? Many have dark under the eyes, and why is that? And it's all related to the same thing. It's called cellular shutdown. Yes, cellular shutdown. You're not responding well to healing protocols. If you get sick, and in fact, you're much more prone to get sick. Ask yourself, is that true for you? Any and all of these symptoms, the majority of the population would have to say yes. You have little or no resistance to this virus or any cold, or you hang on to it for, instead of days, you hang on to it for weeks or months. Some of the symptoms just go on and on. Healing from a sports injury just taking forever, if ever. You get in a car accident, and again, the healing just doesn't come very quickly anymore. Why? Lack of cellular function or participation energetically. They're all asleep because they're crushed by this electronic overwhelm. What's the answer? And they've got a short little video I hope you watched or watch. But the answer is these AmberShields. Now, why the AmberShield? This is one. They come in so many different shapes. This is great for on the, in the car or on your desk. This is a beauty. I love this for the pocket. It's so highly polished. They're all so different, yet they're all, the ultimate for most people is 50 to 56 grams in weight. The amber that is used must be real amber, but it has nothing to do with the result. Trust me. There are no energies, there's no transforming technology, whatever, inherent in amber. Yet, as it turns out, this ancient resin from trees, fossilized, is the only really efficient way to hold, at this point, to hold the energies, the technology that's embedded into the amber, so that it becomes your ultimate transforming shield against not only 5G, but all the other energies that negatively affect your body, even your own thoughts, negative thoughts. Yes, other people's negative thoughts. It's all the TV. You're in front of the computer as I am here. I would test absolutely strong, someone muscle testing me, because I'm completely protected. 90 to 96% of all negative energy, negative influence on my body is transformed, so it no longer has a negative effect on the body. Now, this affects sleep tremendously. In fact, if you get yourself an AmberShield, I want you to immediately, when you go to bed that night, put it in your pillowcase or under your pillow and go to sleep. Even if your cell function is still in the toilet, even if you're not functioning efficiently at all, it literally allows you to sleep without the hammering of all of this electronic overwhelm. People have nightmares now that never had nightmares before. In the last 2 weeks alone, I have helped 2 young ladies, one 11, one a little older, who were having nightmares all the time. They got the AmberShield. Now I was able to use my Eric's Edna technique on them as well, but they got the AmberShield, and that very night, nightmares stop, and they haven't come back. And nothing makes me happier. So I'm just saying that in the car, by the way, if you're within 2.5 feet of one of the AmberShields, my AmberShield here, 2.5 feet. So if it's on your desk at work or at home, you're totally protected. Now you go beyond that 2.5 feet, you got nothing. But if it's on you, in a fanny pack, in your pocket, in your purse, and your purse is often right next to you when you're working or whatever, in the car between you and your passenger, you're both protected. In the glasses case up there, just put the AmberShield in there. Totally protected. Your head's within 2.5 feet, and your passenger as well. Unbelievable protection. Nothing like it on the market that I have tested to date, and I try to find and test everything. And I'm as objective as it comes because I want to know. I don't want to mislead. My whole reputation over these last 40 some odd years has been built on observational science, meaning I observe what works. I don't even go into depth on why until I see that it consistently works. And AmberShield, it's the best I've ever had. The first appliance, it even works with negative geopathics, which are natural negative energies coming up through the earth and like a grid, like a checkerboard, because of it can be underground water streams creating those negative energies. It can be any number of things, but they're natural. And that usually took something like my Harmony Cube to deal with an entire house for. But now I have something that protects you personally, and I never had something that worked personally. My EP2 stress pendant doesn't work on negative geopathics, doesn't work really well on 5G. We're about 65%, which is way beyond anyone else's protection that I've tested, way beyond. But you think I'm satisfied with 65%? It means 35% is whacking me. No. If I have to put up with 4 or 5%, I think God has given me a body that can endure that. Look, the fact that you were functioning and I was functioning when we didn't have the protection, and that you're functioning at all right now, and most of you are well under 1%. Many of you, half of 1% or quarter of 1% of potential cell function. The rest are all asleep every day. And you wonder why you wake up wondering why you're staying on the planet. I'm right, aren't I? Yeah. Well, you're going to hear an option to get your cell function up, because that's critical. You don't want to do a half-baked job. But to protect yourself immediately, even if you're totally in the basement, like you can't wear this until you're at about 40% cell function, or it will make you tired later in the day. This is the EP2 stress pendant, EP2 plus actually, stress pendant. You can't wear it until you're at 40%. How do you get to 40%? We'll go into that later. But right now, because this is an accessing and amplifying technology, this is a transforming technology. It doesn't make you tired. It doesn't bring any resources to your body. But think about it. If you stop the drain, if you stop the short circuiting, if you stop the hammering and the pounding of all of this electronic overwhelm, which your body cells, which are electrical in nature, they were never designed to handle that kind of overwhelm. So this is why it's so important. So read on, listen, and take action. When you're ready, take action, but don't make it too long, and protect your kids. It makes a huge difference, especially with their cognitive abilities in school. And if they happen to be sitting over one of those negative energy grids, it can really affect their learning. Very few people seem to understand it. It's easy to demonstrate. But this is Fred Van Liew. Thank you for taking the time to listen to this. Bye-bye now.